Alright, what's up everyone? This is the Gaming Life here, and I'm going to bring you some Battlefield 3 gameplay here on the PCs and stuff. And this is supposed to be a 4th of July video, but I couldn't record anything on 4th of July because it's kind of obvious why, because type of thing going in the microphone and all that. And there was just so many people in the house, so even when there wasn't fireworks, there wasn't enough privacy and the whole big deal, right? Anyways, what you're watching here, I think this is Conquest, right? I believe so. I keep thinking it's Rush because it's, you're rushing to the objectives, but it's actually Conquest, which to me is pretty much like domination from Call of Duty. You just go and capture the points, except that it takes a lot more skills. But basically, I just want to talk to you about that. Well, first of all, I just want to say this is a really long gameplay. I think for me it felt like an hour, so I'm just gonna cut and fast forward some boring parts and stuff. I mean, it's just Battlefield. If you're not really into this stuff anyways, you're gonna find it boring anyways. But I'm just gonna like the really slow parts. There's parts where I have to stand like in camp for a bit, or I'm waiting for something to happen, or I'm running around doing nothing type of thing. So, and it was exhausting. It felt like an actual war. And for a 4th of July video, it would have been perfect if I just got this out there, because I was playing on the American team and we were losing, and it was 4th of July, and it was like, no, America can't lose. And they captured all 3 points, and then we were lucky if we could only capture 1 point and we just to hold it. But later on we started pushing further and further. It felt like an actual war, like a World War I type of thing. You push back all the way, and then slowly you get more flags and everything. You start winning the game. And that's exactly how this felt like. We were all the way in the back, and we started getting all the way to the other side of the team, and we won. But I'm always not going to spoil it for you. Also, this is going to be a very long commentary, so I figured I'm going to choose that time to talk about anything or random stuff. It's just been a long time since you guys heard my voice. Alright, it's been a really long time, and not just like changing it like that. But now we're going to talk normal now, alright? That was my normal voice. Actually, no, it's not my normal voice. My normal voice could sound like anything, actually. It's just depending on the mood and the stuff I talk about, or who I'm talking to. Maybe I'm talking to a fancy person, so I talk fancy. Or maybe I'm talking to not one so fancy, so I don't talk very fancy at all type of sound. See? That's a good example. But anyways, with Battlefield 3, I think I'm going to post a few more videos, but other than that, I'm really not going to play the game anymore. I got kind of bored of it. I wouldn't say bored of it, but that's part of the reason. And another thing is, I just find it really unfair with the whole use this weapon to get all the powers. It's kind of like Call of Duty. It basically is like Call of Duty. Use this weapon, unlock it. You unlock more weapons that are better. But it just takes so long. It's like, like a free-to-play game where you grind for hours. That's Battlefield 3. Maybe Battlefield 4, I don't know. I played it a little bit, but I never actually owned the game or anything like that, so I can't say for sure. But with Battlefield 3, you just grind and grind. I mostly play Team Deathmatch. Maybe that's why. Maybe I'm supposed to be playing other objective games like Conquest or Rush, but basically, this is what it is. So I'm just trying to mess around with different weapons, but then later on I just use the M416. It's just really rapid fire, good. It's like one of the best assault rifles, to be honest. I think even in Battlefield 4, you could even call it a bit cheap if you want to. It's just one of like the best assault rifles in the game. Then I switched to UMP45, and I kind of go on from there. And basically you had to play this mode. It just went for so long. Like I said, it felt like an hour, and I was just playing non-stop. Like I said, it felt like an actual war, and I think I got that out of the way. Now, what I was going to talk about, actually, I said some random things, and I'm just pretty much stalling time, but I don't want to end the video and have it quiet for the rest of the time either. But this is me playing Battlefield 3 and capturing flags. I was actually pretty good at capturing flags, I guess, because I used to play Call of Duty a lot. I remember in Call of Duty, I would play domination a lot, especially Call of Duty 4. If I didn't want to play Team Deathmatch, I would play domination. That was like the second go-to game mode when I would play. I was like play domination. That game was fun, and there was always a little hiding spot you could hide. You could still capture the flag and hide behind somewhere. There was always like one of those little tricks you could do. And I think in Battlefield 3, there's sometimes you could do that too. Like there's that one flag in Operation Metro. I think it's like B or something. And then I think you could capture it upstairs maybe, and then downstairs. And then there's like a part of the subway you can hide behind there. You can still capture the flag. Little things like that to help you capture it. But like I said, with the game, I don't think I'll be playing it that much anymore. Especially when school comes around. Yeah, it's I'm lucky. I'm not gonna have. I think I'll have like 2 classes when I start school. But then like a few months later, or like maybe 1 month later, in September. No, wait, that didn't make sense. It was August and September, then October. Hopefully I'm right, cause man, this is what happens when you're not in school. You forget things, important like generic things. Then I'm gonna have the other extra 2 classes. I'm gonna have 4 classes later on. So when school starts, I might be able to play a little bit more, but it won't be games like Battlefield because I just don't want to play competitive games anymore. I'm kind of retired with that. Like I started with Call of Duty. I would play it competitively. I know that probably sounds stupid for most of you guys because you don't see it as a competitive game, but I'm talking about like the old Call of Duties. Like the very last Call of Duty I even played somewhat competitively was in Modern Warfare 3, and then after that I just didn't care anymore. I did make some Black Ops 2 videos, but I wasn't really into the game, and you know, I'm kind of done with that. And Ghost, I don't even care about Ghost, just whatever. I played it a few times. Even when I do good, whatever, I just really have no fun with Ghost. Like, I see it so bland. I really do not like Ghost. It's just a terrible game. Okay, it's not a terrible game, but it's still Call of Duty. The aliens is fun, kind of. I suggest trying the second map, but then you gotta buy the DLC. So yeah. But this Call of Duty, I'm just done with it. Advanced Warfare, honestly, the story mode kind of looks cool. I'm not gonna lie. The graphics look way better than anything I've seen before. Because when they said Call of Duty Ghosts is using a new engine, and when I saw the campaign, it looks like Modern Warfare 3, especially the turret. It's the same turret from Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty 4 or whatever. Same exact graphics. And I know in the E3 trailer they always exaggerate the graphics, but I have to be honest with the Advanced Warfare, it looks really next gen. Even though, well, I wouldn't say next gen, but I mean next gen for Call of Duty. I mean for like Battlefield, compared to Battlefield, it's not. And that's another thing too. I played Battlefield 4 and I played the campaign once, and the graphics are really amazing. I'm not gonna lie, they're really good. But then when you play the multiplayer, it's the same old graphics from Battlefield 3, Bad Company. It's like the similar graphics, only when you play the campaign. It's because a lot of things are pre-rendered. I think that's where it comes from. And I think that's what Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is doing as well, which is the campaign. They're doing more pre-rendered things just for the campaign itself, just to make people think, oh my god, the graphics are good, it's not the same thing anymore. Aha, you troll. No, it's the same thing. But I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with the multiplayer. Honestly, it might be a copy of something else from another game. It might be a copy of Modern Warfare 3. Just like Modern Warfare 3 was kind of copying... No, not Modern Warfare 3, Ghosts. I meant Call of Duty Ghosts was copying the other... I think it was copying Black Ops 2 or something. Either way, I'm done with Call of Duty in general. And Battlefield 3 was a different take, was different for me. I played Bad Company 2 before a few times, and I found that game really fun, even though I really sucked at it. I only played it on Xbox, but I had a pretty good time with it. I'm not gonna lie, it was good. And then I played Battlefield 3, and Battlefield 3 is also a good game. It's also good in its own right, but it feels more Call of Duty like. I think that's why there's people that do like Battlefield 3, and whoever played Call of Duty, you could get into Battlefield 3. Not as easily, but you still could. Like, they still have these options to make it feel like Call of Duty. You just play Team Deathmatch, and there you go. It's pretty much like Call of Duty. Only a few rules are different. You can't really drop shot. You can't really do any of these other things you do in Call of Duty, like quickscoping. And I'm saying you could, but it's not exactly the way it's meant to be. But seriously, I'm going to take this time, a really long video here that you're watching here, and if you made it this far, then you have to endure my awesome storytelling skills or something like that. But basically, I'm just gonna talk about like random stuff here. I think in the description or title of the video, I'm gonna call it Battlefield 3 like random stuff or like random commentary or something like that, in those type of words over there. But I just feel like if I woke up or if I'm sleepy, this would have been the perfect time to do the commentary. But like, it's just hard to do. It's hard to do a commentary during the morning and during night because there's people sleeping. Sometimes I wake up early, and sometimes I go to sleep late, and I don't know. It's just really weird. It just messes me up. I shouldn't be doing that, but it's like summer, and then like you want to spend the most out of your time during summer. But here's the weird thing: if you stay up like really late and you wake up really early and you're not sleeping a lot of hours, and when you wake up and you feel sleepy, it feels like time goes by faster. Okay, let's say I wake up at 12 in the morning, like 12 a.m., whatever, and then like I'm really sleepy and stuff, and then like it'll feel like 20 minutes and it's already like 1 o'clock and it's already going to 2, and then when you start feeling, and when you actually wake up, time goes by normal, like when you're actually awake and stuff like that. Like let's say I woke up at 10, like at 10 or 9, whatever, like normally, let's say I got a good night's sleep and I woke up at 9, and then time will go by, normally it'll be like 9, 10, 11, and then you feel like, oh, it's been a long day. But if you wake up like at 12 and you're sleepy, time will go by fast. Well, I mean, of course, because you didn't spend the other hours. But even if you wake up at 9, and if you wake up at 9 and you're really, really tired, from 9 to like 12 will feel like 5 minutes. Like you're like 5 minutes, like, whoa, time went by so fast. And that's what I'm trying to say, like, but you can't, because you're trying to spend the most time of your summer. If you go sleeping, then your summer goes fast. But then if you don't sleep, then your summer goes fast anyway. So it's like you're wasting time anyways. And then that doesn't even account for the times you're even napping or anything like that. If you take a nap, or if you go to sleep, or you're having a dream, isn't that kind of like spending your time? But then when you wake up, it's like your memory's erased. Especially for me, it's like, like those FBI agents or something like that, like Men in Black. You see an alien, they wipe out your memory. It's like it never happened. That's like how a dream is like. Basically for me, I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming, have like this awesome, epic adventure dream, and when I wake up, it's like it never ever happened. Even if I try to remember it, it's like, can't remember it. You can only remember a tiny bit of details if it's like a nightmare, something like that. And if you wake up in the middle of your dream, that's when you could actually remember it. Other than that, you can't do anything about it. It's just really horrible. It's just like a paradox, a catch-22, whatever you want to call it, of this summer epidemic. You're trying to figure out how to spend your summer, and obviously making a video about this is not the best thing to do. I should be like doing something more productive. Although this is kind of productive because I'm talking, and I actually had to practice my speech skills, because I did take a speech class in college because it was actually required, to do a presentation. I'm actually pretty good at presentation stuff. Especially if I don't know what I'm talking about, I just make up and say, oh, the Civil War was a war about civilness. No, I'm just kidding. I know about the Civil War, and I know the South didn't win, but they might win another time. But for now, the North wins and stuff like that. And if you look in the Battlefield map, the map I was playing, I think it was like the North part, that was our spawn, and we won. So that was like, it was a comparison, and it makes another comparison to the 4th of July. Anyways, what was I really talking about? We were talking about dreams and stuff. Okay, we were talking about spending time in summer, and I just feel like playing Skyrim right now, and I'm going to make some Skyrim videos about that too. I'll add some gas. And here's the other thing too, like I'm playing Skyrim or something, I'm enjoying the scenery, I'm enjoying the gameplay, and I just feel like recording it a little bit just to have that piece of memory there, just have it on my videos. And that's the whole point why I do most of these videos in the first place, just to remember, just when I grow old. And so I was like, hey man, I had all these good times and memories, so here they are, just in case. It's like a safeguard in case my life sucks later on. It'll be like, man, my life sucks. I could just look back and I was like, oh, okay, at least I feel good. At least I had a good life, okay? It wasn't like my whole life was terrible. It's just I had this good life. And if my life is really good later on, then I could be like, oh, this was me back then, This, like, I get so modest about myself. That was me back then. You know, I don't play Battlefield that much anymore, but when I did, I was a beast, and this was proof of it. So, might kind of seem silly, but at the same time, everything is silly if you think about it. Every little thing you think about, like the little atoms and the little molecules inside of you. Whoa, I almost I almost knocked down the fan, but that would have been terrible. But I'm just saying, every little thing is silly. Like that fan is silly because I was almost knocked it. You know, I want a fan. I saw this drawing once, and it's like a fan, and it's like the shape of an airplane. And the airplane, like the propeller was the fan. It's like, oh my god, I want that fan. I am a fan of that fan. Alright? But in a nutshell, you know, summer is a time where you have not much else to do. You might have a job and some responsibility. You might have your own things to do. But it's that time where you feel so free that you just want to do something about it. You don't want that free time to go away. And that's the whole point. We're clinging on to our free time because it will go away soon. So we want to make the best out of it. But we overthink it, and we end up losing it by doing dumb and silly things. Whatever, so we could still run and gun like you do in Call of Duty. You could do that in Battlefield 3. I did it all of the time. It's not the camping's game people thinks it is. Like you'll see in this gameplay too. I'm running around and doing my thing, but sometimes I have to camp for like these objective type of games. And that's the same thing in Call of Duty. If you're playing domination, you're gonna like camp a few times too, and that's. But you know how Call of Duty sometimes there's no skills. You can just noob tube everyone or quick scope everyone. That's the type of thing. And then there's just like 5 people in one small map, and then this is like a huge map, and you could have like 64 people. But to be honest, in this match, it was just like maybe 6 or 7 people on each team. So that's like 14 people in total, 14 to 16, because you know some people join and leave all the time. So that's what I was thinking of. Was Battlefield 3, like I said, the unlocks, the grinding, it's so annoying. And it's like, oh, you want to do this, you gotta unlock this. For like the sniper, for example, right? You gotta have the straight bolt just to bolt your sniper when you're scoped in. And then you gotta unlock this, and then I'm so glad I got the UMP because it's really good. But it took me forever. Like I think I have 27 hours in Battlefield 3, and that's just from playing the campaign and co-op. And I have to say, co-op is really fun. It's like, look, the campaign is so bland and boring. It's like the Medal of Honor campaign, like the 2010. You shoot everything that's in front of you. But then like the last like 2-3 missions, they're really fun. Well, except the last mission. The last mission is like a copy of the first one. But the last few missions are really fun. It becomes more open-ended. You could go here, you could go there, you could do whatever you want type of thing. You could explore the map if you wanted to. It's still pretty linear by like any other game example, but it was pretty good. And the co-op campaign is just really, it has the open-ended a little bit too, because I think they had co-op in mind, so they make places wider and they give you better weapons, and it's just really fun. But then what was it, like multiplayer, man? I think with multiplayer, I just played more just record than anything else. I did play a few times for fun, but sometimes I just feel like, oh, I just wish I recorded. So I just recorded maybe like 10 hours of gameplay I recorded, and that's about it. And then the rest is just playing for fun, or like just trying to see how the game works and stuff. Like spending hours trying to figure out how the helicopter works. No, I'm just kidding. I know how to fly the helicopter, trust me. But that's pretty much all I have to say about Battlefield. And Battlefield 4 is the same cut and copy paste, I'm not gonna lie. Hardline, I was gonna play Hardline once, but my computer can't handle it or something. And then I think the highest resolution was like 10 something, and it's like, oh man, just if you had 800 by 600, I could have played it, but maybe I could have went to the configure files. I don't know. I just wasn't thinking, and I don't even think you could. It just depends. Some games you could, and some games you can't change the settings like that. So now with summer almost ending, sadly, I know, and it's been a long summer for me because I think I got out of school earlier, so it's been a long summer for me. I'm just gonna like have some gameplay videos on my fraps folder. I just need to get rid of, and I'm just gonna make videos out of them, and just quick videos. I'm not even gonna talk in them. Quick video is gonna get them out there. And just play some games. I'm gonna do a Skyrim video, maybe just to show around some more mods and stuff. Like if I get more mods, I'll make another Skyrim video. But other than that, I'm kind of really done with the channel, and I just want to keep it at 600 subscribers. I don't want it to get under that. People are disliking my videos now. It's madness. So I'm just gonna keep it. It's been 15 minutes now, right? So yeah. Okay, it says 14 something, 50 seconds, whatever. But 15 minutes, I'm done here. I've been talking too much. If the gameplay goes on, let it go on. It's because I'm not talking anymore. I'm done talking. I'm tired. And I'll make more videos, but like seriously, with this whole Battlefield stuff, I'm tired of it already. Alright, I'm just gonna play more casual games. So, I'm just trying to say, just enjoy your summer. If you just play Battlefield, just play it. Make a video about it. No one's gonna hurt you. It makes you happy. It makes me happy. It makes me feel accomplished, even though that just kind of feels weird and stuff. But it's actually good, you know. I don't want to be doing anything else besides doing this. I mean, if I don't do this, then I'm doing something else, like playing Battlefield. No, but seriously, I'm not really playing Battlefield right now, though. I just wanted to play it a little bit, just to get some videos of it, and just talk, because talking is nice. Letting out your feelings and emotion onto YouTube, that's one part of it as well. And I honestly don't know what I'm talking about, but what I'm trying to say is, you know, just spend your summer how you want it. Do what makes you feel good, you know, happy. Alright, just do that. And try not to worry about wasting time in none of that. Because if you overthink it, then you just time goes up, alright? I don't even know what I'm saying, and this video is going on way too long. Anyways, if the video goes on, because I know it's a really long video, I think it's like 30 minutes or something, and I'm like speeding up everything and everything like that, then just enjoy the rest of the gameplay, because it's pretty awesome. We do win, and I'm the best at this game. Well, almost, because I come like in 4th place, so I must be like the 4th best player, at least on that team. So that's proof right there. You can't deny me on that one. Alright, thank you for watching, and peace.
sniper.
These motherfuckers are mine! Stand back! Hey, grab the second! Get down! Where's the goddamn medic?
Use your first aid, man.
Fuck me. We control all objectives. Repeat, we control all objectives.
I hear those men! Go away! I'm gonna bring the rain of pain on! Look out!
Maintaining. Maintain.
Take the med kit there.